Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, we will be continuing the advanced Python series, and in this particular video we are going to discuss about magic methods in classes. Now why it is called magic? Because as you know, there is no such thing as magic, right? Some trick is actually there in the back end. But still we say, yes, you can do some kind of magics. I think you have seen so many magicians who will be taking out pigeon, who will be taking out some or the other thing from their hands, right? So similarly over here, why we call this as a magic methods? Because something is happening in a tricky way. Okay, so let me just show you. If you're new to this video, please do subscribe to the channel, press the bell notification icon, and let's begin this particular session. To begin with guys, first of all what we are going to do is that I've created a car class, and in this car class we obviously have an initialization constructor, and then we have created 4 variables that this particular car object may be taking. So windows, doors and engine type, and then I'm initializing all these particular variables, and then after that I also have a class method which is a public method also, and these all variables are also public with respect to access modifiers. And this function is basically saying that the person drives the car. So drive is a functionality of a car, and this is basically a car blueprint. Now what I can do is that if I write and this is, I think you have seen this particular code a lot. Okay, so suppose if I write c is equal to car, so I'm just initializing an object. In this I'm just going to give the values like 4 comma 5 comma engine type that I'm going to give is diesel. Okay, so once I execute this here, you will be able to see that. First of all, let me just execute this once again. Okay, and then if I create this particular object, I can see this object C that is being created. Initially you are getting that specific message. I'll tell you why we had got that specific message, but just before recording this video I had made it some changes over here. Now here you can see that it basically specifies that this is an object of this particular car at this specific memory location, right? Remember one thing guys, this is your initialization constructor. This is your method that is present within the class. Now if I write dir of c, right? So here you can see all these attributes that are present. This all that you can see underscore underscore class underscore 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 dict underscore underscore. So all these attributes, all these methods that you actually see are actually called as magic method in class. Why? Because just understand, we are trying to create a object here, right? We are trying to create an object here, and how it is actually happening internally through some magic, right? This underscore underscore init is basically getting called. Okay, again I'm telling you guys, if you really want to create any objects, you basically create an object of a class by using that particular class and providing this particular values that are present in init, right? And this underscore underscore init underscore underscore is called from the backend, right, as a terms of magic, and then you are actually creating an object. So underscore underscore init is basically present over here, and this is called as the magic method. Now let me just show you some more examples. Suppose I have this particular method that is underscore underscore str underscore underscore, and remember guys, we can override this magic methods too. We can override it. So let us take one example where I'm using underscore underscore str underscore underscore. Now see guys, if I just print c, by default I am getting this specific message. Let me just write print c. Okay, if I'm printing c, it is saying that okay, it is an car object at this specific memory location. The reason it is being able to print this message, because by default there is a magic method whenever we write print a class object, and if I go and see direct of c, it is in short calling this underscore underscore str underscore underscore method. This is the magic method being called, and by default this function or this method displays a message saying that this is an object with respect to some memory location. Now if I really want to override it, what do? I will just write something like this. See, definition underscore underscore str underscore underscore, and here inside that I will be taking a parameter self, and here now I can override my functionality. I can say that okay, this, just a second, so I will say print the object has been initialized, something like this. I'm just printing some generic message. Let me just write this in quotes, okay, just to show you that yes, we can override this magic method, we can make it display something else. Now once I execute this, now this in short says that your underscore underscore str underscore underscore is being overridden. And what is the functionality of this? Whenever you're trying to print a class object, by default whatever is present over here, that is going to get printed. If you have overridden, by default it shows you this car object. Now see this again, I'll try to execute this, and again I'll try to say print C. Okay, now it is giving me an error saying that underscore underscore str return non-string. Now see guys, this string is getting printed, but we cannot print it inside it, so we have to return it, because this method, this magic method, returns something. Okay, it may be a string, it may be something, right? So I'll just execute it once again. I'll just change from print to return. Now let me just print this particular C. Now when I print this C, the previous functionality will be overridden by this. And remember guys, you will be only able to see when you are using this print functionality. See this, once I execute it, here you will be able to see this one. If I try to just print, or if I just try to display C, it will tell you that okay, it is a object of a car. Remember, the print statement is getting overridden because we have overridden this particular method, which is this magic method. So here if I go and write print C, so here you'll be able to see that object has been initialized. So this is the message that is getting displayed. Now similarly, I may have many methods. Let's take one more magic method. Okay, so magic method, I can take something like this. Let's see. So there is something called as size of. Okay, now if I really want to see what is the size of this particular object, I may use something like this, c dot underscore underscore size of, and if I just try to print this method, you will be able to see that I'll be getting 32. This basically says that this entire object is consisting of 32 bytes. Now if I want to override this, all I have to do is that I have to basically override this functionality saying that diff underscore underscore size of underscore underscore, and here I'm going to use, I am going to use self. Okay, self, and here I'm just going to say return the overall size is, I'll just use a placeholder and use some advanced formatting saying that dot format, and here I can say that whatever the size is, right? The size is probably this size. I can actually print it somewhere, or just let me just write a generic message. This displays the size of the object, something like this. I'm just displaying some generic message guys, so that you don't have confusion in understanding it. So once I execute it, I execute this, print C will obviously tell me the object has been initialized. Now if I try to execute this, here you'll be able to see that this displays the size of the object. This is how we override. Now why it is called as a magic method? Because we are just calling this, right? We are just calling this functionality. Internally something is happening. Like suppose if in this particular case I'm creating an object, internally this init method is called. If I am printing this internally, this is basically getting called. Like that I can have a lot of functionalities. Let me write one more functionality guys. There is something called as underscore underscore new. Let's see where it is. This method. Now this underscore underscore new is basically called before init. If you don't believe me, just see over here. I'll just write definition of underscore underscore new underscore underscore, and here I'm just going to use all these 4 parameters whichever I'm actually calling, and I'll say that print the object is getting initialized, something like this. The object has started getting initialized, something like this guys. Now whenever we create an object, first this method will be called and then init method will be called. If you don't trust me, see over here guys. I'll execute it, and here you can see that the object has started getting initialized. So this has got executed, then the initialization constructor gets executed. Now I hope you are understanding why we call it as a magic method, because some magic happens in the back end. That is nothing but some trick where it is helping you to create an object in an efficient way. So I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Thank you one and all. And yes, guys, I've started this Python playlist. The link will be given in the description of this particular video. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.